Welcome to another Bandology performance. Bandology is a Canadian nonprofit dedicated to more music for more kids via education, collaboration, and community.
Hi everyone, my name is Lucas and I am the music manager for Bandology. I'm here with Evan Teti. How are you doing today, Evan?
I'm doing good, Lucas. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for joining us today, Evan.
Thanks for having me.
Evan is a high school music student who is looking to study music at post-secondary level. So Evan, can you describe a bit about yourself and your background in music?
Yeah, like you said, I'm a grade 12 student at Oakville Trafalgar High School. I have been playing the drums for about 12 years now. I like playing all different types of styles. I'm trying to learn some other instruments as well. And yeah, I'm really passionate about music.
That's awesome, Evan. And who are some of your major influences or mentors as a drummer?
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short, but people who I've really looked up to and listened to a lot are artists like JD Beck, who's an incredible drummer, a producer named Flying Lotus, and an artist named Tyler the Creator. And some of my mentors and teachers who I look up to a lot, Alexander Physico, who is both a teacher and the drummer for his band Long Range Hustle, and my first drum teacher and now my teacher for production related stuff, Eric Ruskinski, who is a session guitarist and pianist. He's just done just about everything in music. Great guy, with a lot of knowledge and experience. So I would say those are the big ones.
Awesome. What do you find your biggest challenge as a musician is?
I would say most of my challenges come from myself, like stage fright and anxiety, challenging myself to like try new things and get out of my comfort zone, scheduling myself to practice regularly and sticking to it. I think the biggest hurdles come from myself, which can sometimes be the most difficult to deal with. But I mean, there there's stuff that I'm always working on, and I think there's stuff that everybody is always working on, just improving yourself. And I would say those are the biggest challenges so far.
Cool. Thanks for sharing that. And on the flip side, what are some of your favorite parts about being a musician?
Well, playing and performing is one. As scary as it can be sometimes, there's nothing like jamming out with some other musicians. Just a really fun experience. I love making music, doing some production stuff that I'm learning. I love learning new techniques and practicing, just feeling yourself getting better at the instrument, or really anything that you're doing, can be a really rewarding experience knowing that like your hard work has paid off. So yeah, just like creating music, playing with others, talking music, listening to music, and discovering new songs, all great stuff that I love.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you are also a member of the High Rendition Jazz Band. Can you
Yeah.
talk a bit about your experience being in that ensemble?
Yeah, so I auditioned for High Rendition, I want to say, I'm actually not sure how long ago it was. It might have been in the summer. And that alone was a great learning experience because I hadn't done many auditions at that point, and it's just great practice for playing in front of other people. Um, I got into the band, and we rehearse about once a week for a few hours. We have a whole set list that we practice and try to get down. And the hope is that once the restrictions lift for COVID, we can start doing performances at different like venues and public places, which is really exciting, and will just pick songs from our big set list and just get those down and play them. And it's a really great experience to play with a lot of great musicians, great conductor, Mr. Gassy, and just some great tunes as well. But yeah, really exciting stuff.
That's awesome, Evan. Congrats on making it into High Rendition.
Thank you.
So speaking of playing with others, you were also a past band camper and mentor last summer for Bandology's band camp, where young kids get an opportunity to play with others. Can you describe a little bit about your experience being a mentor and a band camper?
Yeah. My mom initially brought up this band camp thing a few years ago, and I had really no idea what to expect. But the first time I went was really great. It was just like intensive, just playing with a bunch of different pieces. A bunch of different guest speakers came in, and we did all these different types of cool activities. And we got to hear from some really interesting people. So it was really great when I was a camper. And when I was a mentor, it was just as great. I got to help make sure all the kids were safe and following COVID rules, but also got to help them with their music activities, and watching them learn and have a good time and really get to know each other was really an awesome experience. Seeing them all just be really excited and enthusiastic about just playing music was really great, especially after so long of being stuck in my house. Just being around music was really nice. It was also a great way to get down all of my volunteer hours. I still need to get some done, and I got lots from that. So it was really great experience. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it was great having you at camp. And I know we did a lot of percussion this past summer, so it's your specialty. And
yeah,
it was great to have a nice helping hand with some of the percussion activities.
Yeah, it was great. Loved it.
All right, so I have one more official question for you, Evan. And that is, why do you think music education is important to you?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really be where I am today without music education. Music teachers are what got me really to keep going on and keep my interest within music, whether it be like learning different instruments or like discovering new artists. Music teachers, they have so many skills and so much knowledge to share. It's just such an enriching experience to learn from someone. And even if you don't really plan on pursuing music as a career, music just teaches so many skills for performance and preparation and practice that are really key for anybody, whether you're being a manager or just any other job. I think music just really teaches some really core skills for any experience really, and I think that's what makes it so valuable, and it does it in an interesting and fun way, because there's always going to be a type of music that people like. I don't think there's a person that doesn't like music at all, so I think it's really for everybody in one way or another, which is really awesome, because it means that everybody can enjoy music and learn from it. So I would say that's the big one.
Absolutely. Thanks, Evan, for sharing that. All right, so we like to end off our interviews with a little set of Fast Five questions. So you ready, Evan?
I am ready.
Awesome. Here we go. Question number one. What is your favorite movie soundtrack?
Ooh, I'd have to say Baby Driver. So many great songs packed into one movie. Just wonderful soundtrack. Would recommend you watch the movie or listen to the soundtrack again if you haven't. Really good.
Nice, I agree.
Yeah.
Instrument you wish you played?
Tough pick. I would say piano or guitar. because both are very beautiful instruments that can play a bunch of different styles really well. Um, I've always wanted to learn some jazz guitar so I could play those nice chords. And I mean, piano just has a bunch of different applications as well. I can't go wrong with piano, really. So I would say those are the two. I don't think I could pick between them, though.
Nice. How about your favorite concert?
I've only been to a few concerts, but out of them, I'd say my top picks were either a Shawn Mendes concert I went to, I think in 2019, or a Panic at the Disco concert I went to in 2018, back during my more edgy phases in middle school. They were just great performances. I actually got to see my teacher, Eric, perform with Alessia Cara at the pre-show for Shawn Mendes
Oh,
concert.
wow.
It was so cool to see him perform on the big stage, and they were both just incredible concerts. Um, great music. They sound great live too.
Mhm.
So I would have to say those are my favorite ones for sure. Yeah.
Nice. About dream vacation spot?
Ooh, I have to say I haven't explored Europe as much as I wanted to. So I would have to say somewhere like Italy or France. I'd like to check out um, soon, hopefully.
Nice. And last but not least, what's your hidden talent?
Hidden talent. Well, I do like to do photography from time to time. I submitted a photo to a um, like a competition um, a while ago, and it I think I got second place. So I
Nice.
would count that as my talent. Yes.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time today, Evan, to talk a bit about your background in music.
Thanks for having me, Lucas.
No problem. We are now going to hear a performance video Evan put together of a jazz standard called I Got Rhythm. Hope you enjoy.
Thanks for joining us. If you like what you heard, you can learn more about our organization at bandology.ca, which features information about music education, advocacy and research, and our Play a Gig and Bandcamp programs. Follow us on social media for more videos, performance, and interviews on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.